Back, back at home, 'cause we're back in bloody Bongo. Back.
Yes, we're back in bloody Bongo.
Issue bloody 7. I want you to hold it between your bongo knees. Back, back.
'Cause we're back in bloody Bongo.
Back.
Yes, we're back in bloody Bongo.
The bloody greatest dough on earth. I want you to hold it between your bloody bongo butler knees. Back.
'Cause we're back in bloody Bongo.
Back.
Yes, we're back in bloody Bongo.
And bloody Rainier Wolfcastle as bloody McBain as bloody dead to the last bloody drop.
I want you to hold it between your bloody bongo.
Butler knees.
Still, it seems to be working for me.
Really?
Yes.
There's loads of videos saying it was down when I looked for it. Send me the link afterwards anyway, but for now. Oh, hello, Bongo Butler. Brendan and Nathan. May I present Simpsons comic number 7? The main story, The Greatest Dough on Earth, was written by Andrew Gottlieb, penciled by Phil Otis, inked by Tim Babington, colored by Cindy Vance, and featured a cover by Bill Morrison. A circus arrives. What happens, you say?
What happens?
Well, a circus arrives in Springfield. Bart neglects his chores. Bart disguises himself as a clown. A fine comic, a respectable comic, or at least I believe it was, you see. I was reading one of those comic websites, and every few moments I was confronted by an alarming declaration. These women stunned with their pole dance moves. Now, ordinarily, I would have dismissed such a thing, but this was a circus story. The comic contained acrobats. The acrobats were in the advertisement too. Before long, I could no longer distinguish between the work of Mr. Gottlieb and the work of whoever was responsible for the pole dancing women. Sir King, Brendan, and Nathan, I ask you, was Bart running away to join the circus, or was he training a troupe of astonishing women who somehow stunned the entire municipality? I genuinely do not know. What's in the backup, you say? Yes.
What's in the backup?
Well, then came the backup feature, sir. McBain, Dead to the Last Drop, written and drawn by Bill Morrison himself. A hard-boiled action story, or possibly another pole dancing story. The website had by then completely eroded my confidence. By the end of the evening, I knew two things. Bart had disguised himself as a clown, and McBain was angry about something. And I knew there existed a group of women whose pole dancing abilities had apparently left civilization speechless. Frankly, gentlemen, I suspect they have been the true stars of issue 7. Thank you.
Thank you, Bongo Butler.
Well, what else can I say? But anyway, this for some reason actually is a better quiltity when it disappears.
Beautiful.
So what we got here, would you like to describe the cover?
I believe I would. The cover is the Simpson family in jaunty outfits that aren't their regular outfits, but kind of are on the top of a circus pole.
Tightrope.
No, like a trapeze. Yes, tightrope. And Homer is doing all the heavy lifting, including the wife, baby, and the children, and a pole. And he looks, he's really struggling, and his pemming and skemming is
like 2 big boobs
at maximum. And then there are some cool little circus folk sort of yelling up at them.
I believe it's from November '94. Like they were bi-monthly at first, so this is into the second year at this point, even though we're only on issue 7.
Say that this is like the 3rd year of us doing this, I think, and we're only on issue 7.
Indeed, it's uncanny how that is, as Bongo Butler would say. Anyway, so it's a pretty nondescript cover. It clearly says that something about the circus is going to happen, but we really don't know anything else.
Yeah, it's left up to interpretation, and I'm again just relying on you to tell me if these are covers that are parody covers.
It's a very much is not, I don't think. This is just a pretty generic cover. But what we do get is an opening of a donut covered in chocolate dripping, and the chocolate is so shiny that we can see Homer's reflection in it. It's called The Greatest Dough on Earth. And somebody, probably Homer, is saying, there's nothing like dunking your donut into some freshly brewed hot, I beg your pardon.
Pause. Yeah, this is fantastic. Open. This is a great way to start a comic in this super weird. I don't think I've seen this before this angle.
Pretty
This
good,
sort of
right?
like rounded donut reflected angle.
Something new every day. But anyway, you want to take the next page?
Yes, who wrote this one?
As Bongo Butler said, this was written by Andrew Gottlieb with Ortiz and Babington. So a new team, I believe, including Electric Crayon on the colors, with Morrison editing and grading and
Yes.
executive stress.
I guess the Vances were on vacation.
Yes, they were.
Homer continues his sentence with the word fudge, which isn't anywhere near as straight. It isn't worth keeping it over a page. It's not a setup or a punchline. Lisa says, Dad, when's the last time you had your cholesterol levels checked? And Boy says, yeah, the car's been knocking and pinging all week, comically not understanding the situation. Marge has a stack of pancakes, and they also appear to be in somebody else's kitchen.
I was just noticing that the kitchen is incredibly busy. A lot of stuff going on, and yeah, completely different design.
Yeah, like a pinboard on the wall that's just not needed. Homer, then looking like really super fat in the second picture, says, it's the public school. Oh no, Marge goes first. But cholesterol is in your body, you should know that. And Homer says, it's the public schools, Marge. These days, they don't even edufy. It's like they're all stupid and stuff, which I quite like. And Homer looks, yeah, just super fat. Then the radio, which I wondered why it was on the table, but it is playing a role. The radio begins to talk to the family. Hey there, this is Bill and Marty on KBBL radio. This just in, the silent partner and Wolfcastle and Krustofsky circus is coming to town. In fact, they got here half an hour ago, so run, don't walk, to the Springfield Fairgrounds. Super small writing. That's much better. The first 200 paying customers will receive complimentary Stampy the Elephant plastic dung shovels, and they all cheer the circus. Nice reference back to Bart's elephant.
Oh, yeah.
Clowns, screams Bart, Pemmin. Marge screams dancing bears, Skemming. Lisa screams acrobats, Pemming and Skemming. Maggie's there. And then Homer throws his arms up in the air and screams plastic dung shovels.
Plastic dung shovels with that particularly badly rendered Homer is brilliant.
Yes, his eyes are just backward E's.
Like little bottoms, aren't they?
Yes. And then that Marge, I like that Marge in the background of that one as well. Looking very supportively happy.
Indeed. But anyway, that doesn't stop. So that's unanimous. That's unanimous. Yes. But first we have to clean up the house. Lisa, make the beds. I'll do the dishes. Right. Bart, clean out the storm gutters. I'll take a nap. Let's go, people. The big top is waiting, and so are those hunky lion tamers. So Marge is already off into smutty, dirty land, and I've no doubt that Homer will join her there soon, even as his eye becomes one with the radio. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Standard stuff. Cool. Bart's not very happy about this idea. Crummy chores. He's now carrying a ladder because he has to go up on the gutters. Clean out the gutters before they go to the circus. Yeah.
Picking apart too much, but yes, we have to clean this whole house before we go.
There's no point in going to the circus if the house isn't immaculate.
Yes.
Crummy chores. I always get stuck with the worst job. Clean out the storm gutters. Give me a break. That's hard labor. He falls on some tennis balls that have been abandoned on the front yard with a little swee hooey. Santa's little helper. Chew balls. Dog spit. Gross. Oh, well, back to the, hey, wait a minute, he says.
Having realised something. I really like it when you can see all of Bart's hair, like the one like in a circular. There's something very endearing about that for some reason. It reminds me of the figurines, and it's something that they probably didn't think about when designing him, like facing the non-third dimension.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I like that it's just sort of like a weird crown or like a bowl. Like his head sort of goes the wrong way in.
Oh, it's delightful, and I don't know how the rest of them would look like 3/4 top down, but he's one of the best. There's no question of that.
The Lisa and Maggie are quite cool as well with all the continued spikes. Later, Marge is slapping Homer in the face with a cloth or something. Homer says, hurt what? Bart, are you finished out there? Any minute now, Homer, he disrespectfully says. I'm really getting the hang of it. And then, shockingly, he is in the treehouse juggling. Not bad, her. I'm almost ready for flaming chainsaws. I'll give you a flaming chainsaw, says Homer, which is a very Northwest English thing to do. Just say the word as a threat.
I'll Fleming chainsaw you, lad.
I'll show you going to Tesco. I told you to clean out those gutters, and Bart says, "What you meant now?" which is a fair question. And there also appears to be some sort of weird squirrel art piece on the roof that almost certainly must come into play.
I don't think so. I think it's just filling some gaps
That's true, but
to
there's
show
plenty
how
of other
bad the
gaps.
gutters are.
Oh yes, that is true. I'm very disappointed. Marge says, "I'm very disappointed. No circus for you, young man. And don't you leave this house until you finish your chores, understood?"
So just to
Well,
be
I'm not
clear,
gonna do that.
he decided that he was just going to practice some juggling.
Yes, instead, after finding one ball on the floor, which is,
I think you'll find it's 3. I hope someone got fired for that.
oh yes, he did. I'll fire myself.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. The response to him saying, "Hey, wait a minute," shouldn't be that he then goes and does some juggling.
No, it's strange that he's putting 2 and 2 together and getting 5.
Wait, you would think with his reaction, he was going to go and basically punish Santa's little helper, not go into an unrelated hobby.
Yeah, it's sort of a surreal dreamscape that we're in so far, in that everything isn't connected to the next thing, but they're making it seem like it is. Like, oh, the circus is on, we better clean the gutters. Oh, I'm cleaning the gutters, but I better start juggling.
Very Bongo.
Yes, we live inside a dream. And then Bart says, "But Mom, I want to go to the circus and watch brightly coloured, socially marginal, nomadic misfits juggle," which is a lovely sentence. You heard your mother, boy. You heard your boy, mother. We're very disappointed. Yawn. Let's go. Homer cannot, he simply cannot care to parent right now. And that
Not with
Bart
this
is,
juggling fool.
that Bart is very Dr. Bunsen honeydew.
So I think they've tried to tie it back in now to the juggling, but it was such a wild left turn that it makes very little sense as why he's now tied it back to the juggling in the circus.
Yeah, he no care about juggling.
So there we go. We have a sad Bart. Wow, I can't go to the circus to watch the juggling because I was juggling when I should have been working. What a shame that there's no one here to appreciate the irony. And Nelson pops up and goes, "Ha ha." Now, one thing we point out that Roddy and Toddy apparently appear a lot in this issue.
Excellent.
So Bart is up, considering cleaning the gutters, I beg your pardon. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. He sees the 2 little wieners throwing a ball to each other. "Hey, Davy and Goliath, keep it down," reference. "Sorry, Bart, what are you doing?" "I got all A's on my report card, so my dad's letting me clean out the storm gutters." "Yes, sir, nothing beats gutter cleaning for wholesome family fun." He's tricking them. "Wow, can we, Todd? Do you want to try? Can we, Todd?" Look at that face. Look at that Rod face. Look at that Todd face.
That's
Wow,
beautiful.
can we, Todd? Can we? "No, thanks, Bart. If it's that much fun, we want you to enjoy it. Just get up here and clean these gutters. I'll tell your mom," reference, "that we
Oh.
didn't get, that we didn't
No.
cover.
Oops.
I'll tell your
Oops, I
mom you
typed
spray and
that one.
painted the garage. There's no spray paint on the garage. There will be if you don't get up here." So just threats. We've
Now
gone
that is an issue.
we've gone from circus to gutters to juggling to threats.
Exactly, to mod-based threats, unreleased. That's a fantastic Rod. I like that Todd is in his Christmas clothing. I like that Todd refers to himself in the third person because they've forgotten which one is Rod and which one is Todd. Todd asks himself, "Can we?"
That's true.
And there's something really like maybe the color of Rod's hair didn't exist outside of like Korean cell animation because they just it's not even close,
Not even close.
but it's
And it's only
consistent
brown.
with Bongo.
Yeah.
This is Bongo Rod's haircut, which can only make me think this is Robot Rod. And the real Rod is, kept somewhere in a cold open.
Living a beautifully herd life somewhere else.
Yes, but I'm always a fan of Rod and Todd, and I quite like the rest of the
Them
family
two.
too. Them too. And what do you think they would think about cleaning the gutters? Because I think Rod and Todd would like it too.
They
Todd
said
and
they
Rod.
would. They said, but if it's so much fun, they didn't want to take that fun away from Bart. So there were kindness within their fun. But at the end of the day, Bart made them do it, and it wasn't fun. But they probably found it fun, and therein lies
they
the
don't
whole
like it.
irony of the situation.
I just want to throw a little bit of hatred towards Marge for her parent in here as well. To tell Homer to clean the gutters, he falls asleep and tells the boy, but Homer still gets to go to the circus. Presumably because he's driving and paying.
Presumably, but still, it would warrant at least a comment, wouldn't it?
Yes.
At this point,
But no.
Marge is as bad as Homer, which means she's worse.
Exactly, complicit. I believe this is my page. Later, they are now at the circus. There's some wacky cars speeding around, which isn't a circus thing. 2 adults and 2 children, please. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking he forgot about the baby, but I forgot about Bart. Okay, that'll be $60, says this very well designed man. This Charles Bronson kind of looking man, a little
Yeah.
bit. $60 for the circus, says Marge in my voice because I'm not doing it anymore. That's a bargain, lady. This is one of the greatest shows on earth. You know what they're charging for cats? The concept. Hold it, they both say.
Between your knees.
The man says twice. Pardon?
Between your knees.
Exactly. I'm sorry, ma'am. You and the kids can come in. The man points to a photo of a much younger Homer, of which it says no admittance. But he'll have to stay outside, and the man is furious. And the picture of Homer is now slap bang on front of the ticket stall. What did I do? Says sad Homer. Hey, Clowney. Flashback, Cloud. We can tell this panel is a flashback because it is not conventionally lined. It is Cloud lined as if he's dreaming a memory.
I repeat.
Which, again, I'm a big fan of. Hey, Clowney. Homer, young Homer with her, says as he throws peanuts at a clown. You stink. I've seen alcoholics with redder noses, which is funny. Your mother wears normal size shoes in hell. I like that. And that was enough to get him a lifetime ban. The adult Rod Flanders in front of him, I like with his pen and schems, and I like that there's an alternate Bart at the side of Marge. And then
And she looks exactly the same age.
Yeah, Marge is unchanged.
Because they know young Marge has the hair, right?
Yeah, it's usually super young Marge has like down hair. But then sort of even Marge is like they usually make it a bit shorter. Like her bouffant. Sorry, pal, says Bronson. Maybe next time you'll think twice before heckling a clown. Doe, says Homer.
Doe, he says.
Oh, Homer.
He ain't getting in there. But we cut back to the house, and comedically, Roddy and Doddy are scrambling up on the roof as the sun is going down. Marge, do you think we may have overestimated how much fun this is? Bart's lounging and watching them up there. What are you talking about? Gutter cleaning's all the rage in the Holy Land. Nice big kind of like image of the house and the boys.
Yeah, is the sun setting or is it blazing hot? Like dinner time sun. That's what I took from that.
I think you're right. I think it's blazing hot dinner time sun.
BH.
Whose is this house next door? Isn't this their house? Or is this Sarah Palmer's house?
I believe that is Ruth Powers' house, yes. Okay. Laura Powers, close.
Yeah. Hey,
Bart is only, to be, in a sense of, you can still blame parenting for this. Bart is doing what Homer just did to him.
He's just passing on the hurt, isn't he? Do you know 30 years ago today? 30 years ago today, the last episode of Twin Peaks season 2.
Excellent.
Where's Annie?
It's also a happy birthday to the other O'Leary.
Exactly. Hey, after you're finished there, I'll let you re-shingle the roof and sweep out the chimney. Creaking the toddy, so Roddy in this case is kind of pulling out the weeds from the from the gutter. And then I thought this said itchy, scratchy, bland insulin, but it actually says insulation. You do a really good job. I might let you insulate the attic. That's good, scratchy brand. Blood red insulation. Did you bring your respirators? Never mind. The government made scratchy cut way back on the asbestos. Look at that. That is a sideshow, Bob.
Oh, the fuming. Todd, that rod looks akin to like a Beavis and Butthead sort of looking rod. It looks like they're angry with each other though. But there, this is the mum. This is the mum coming out all over. I do like the asbestos blame is laid entirely on Scratchy and not Itchy. Like it was a solo choice for the cartoon cat to go into this.
You got to branch out, haven't you? Oh, we got a John Waters guy.
I was going to say that. Homer is thinking to himself, which I think I've said before, but that's probably the best aspect of comic work as opposed to movie or TV work is internal thoughts.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, he would have just said this out loud on the cartoon. I've got to find another way inside. Marge is going to need me to sit with the kids while she waits in the beer line. Huh? Says Homer, who is just wandering around the tent.
Oh, we see the plot starting now. A man is mistaken for other man.
Yes. Homer, for some reason... Oh, yeah, no, it's because he's trying to breaks in, but is immediately caught by John Waters without a mustache, but with a huge head and nose. Jimmy Waters. He says something to Homer that I can no longer say. What are you doing? Hey, which one are you? Huh? And Homer is squeezing and budging. Are you the incredible blubber man or the bearded lady? Says John Waters. What? Says Homer. Man, I hate working with freaks. Come with me, genius. I've got to get you into your cage, says this wonderfully sensitive man. Okay, says Homer, just playing along. They climb up a ladder, like a well-reinforced steel ladder,
Very much so. Look at the
into the
attention to
most...
detail. Guy's got no socks on. He's got those little socks.
Oh, yes. Wonderful stuff. And then we cut to Homer being thrown into the most bongo-looking, Mordy-looking panel you've ever seen,
Right.
alongside just a guy on the floor, Blue-haired lawyer's brother, Ralph Tonks.
It's the guy from Goonies.
It's Sloth from Goonies. A woman who is half dog, half her, so NBM. And a sort of blinky fish man, who is kind of the best one. I do like the Fozzie Bear as well, or the sort of almost slaggish cave person thing.
That's right.
Hey, says Homer as he is pushed in with seeming ease by this very frail small man. Says Dog Woman. Check out the new meat with the movie star good looks. I enjoy.
And I guess they're above the crowd because that image below, which looks like some sand, is actually the crowd, right? With a single pair of hands reaching up from it.
Oh yes. So it's a very easy to fall through cage essentially.
Oh
But
yeah.
that would probably lead to death.
So anyway, they look down and there's a bunch of kids eating candy and ice cream and the crusty style people and kids crying and the seals being fed and bears being whipped, including this bear, which is very cool. A whole bunch of goofy looking clowns like this guy.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
some awesome acrobats and of course the ringmaster saying do to do to doodle 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 doo doo.
It's beautiful. It's a great page of, again, this is so far top-notch bongoing. Even the crowd, everybody's weird looking. And I think it's just the angle as well. But like that kid, the smiling kid at the very end, who looks like a Mormon. The guy on the next to him, the alternate Homer on the other side. That one. And then all the sort of like sub-crusty looking clowns. Yeah, I don't know if the bear thing, when Homer thinks of the ballet, he sees bears in tutus at a circus. So I don't know if those birds are dressed like that as an internal reference, or whether they just do that to birds in the American circus.
Ah, yes.
It's great. It's just lights going, strobes going, and people might be burning in the audience.
Indeed, it's a great splash page. Hey, I could spit on the ringmaster from here, he says. Homer, oh, what's that? Creak. And he falls through the bottom of the cage, rips kablam, and the whole, and here's another classic Bongo. Crowd scene. They love it, as you'd expect, right? So hey, I didn't even have to pay to get in. He jumps and he gets back up. Bill Murray sits him behind and Martin Sheen to the side, and he joins the members of the family that were allowed to come.
It's very weird. It's like they've entered Bongo Springfield, truly. Like that. That's just Tim and Helen and Chief Wiggum in that first picture, but not. Look at the front. That's just the faces of them with different looks. And then that second one is a white Carl, essentially the one sat behind Lisa.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And the woman next to Martin Sheen, whoever it was, is very Helen-y also.
The eyes, isn't it?
It is. It's in the eyes. Yeah, he's in. Yeah, it's sort of like a weird. We are living inside of a dream. I just saw that picture of Todd. Meanwhile, back at the home of the Simpsons. Okay, fellas, the storm gutters look clean, so I guess my chores are done. I don't suppose you could lend me a few bucks for the circus? No? Well, I've still got a plan B. He didn't even let them answer. Okay, I'm out of here. Keep up the good work. As Rod and Todd are just repaneling the roof now. He's just taken on additional jobs he wasn't even asked to do. When Flanders was in Simpson land, let my people go. Sing Rod and Todd, which I like. But I don't fully. It's something Moses based, I think.
Yes.
They're covered in like wood. Like, what are those things called when you get wood in your hand? I've forgotten the word.
Splinters.
Yes, that I could only think of staples. Yeah, they're covered in those wood things, splinters.
It's a great image,
they look
right?
like sad and in pain. Then Bart skateboards with ease to the circus, past the picture of his father, which is fun. Heh, he says, sneaking past the Bronson ticket man, and he hides behind a Porto John, which is a portable bathroom. Let's see some erase all liquid, one of Mom's aprons, Homer's disco shoes, and some scratchy brand blood red insulation as a wig. I don't know, did he just grab some shit from home? What's happening here?
I
Where
guess
does his
so.
bag come from?
That's his plan. That's his plan B. But he's already in, right? So
He didn't bring the bag with him. Like, he's not skateboarding there with... Oh, yeah, no, he
his
is.
bag.
That is absolutely fine.
I hope someone kept their job because of that.
Exactly. And then, in a similar way to Homer, Bart has also found himself in a circus race. It's turning into the movie Parasite, basically, but with a circus.
Oh, is that what happens?
Well,
They all join the circus?
have you seen it?
No.
Then I will not tell you. But essentially, yes, they all worm their way into a job that they do not deserve, just via lies, one
Brilliant.
family member at a time. Well, Emmett Kelly, it ain't. Well, Emmett Kelly, it ain't, but it'll get me where I'm going, says 75-year-old Bart. Baby, your hair is like cotton candy. Bart, who, by the way, now was born in 2016. Your
Right.
lips, your lips are like two spicy jelly beans, and your eyes are like big red candy apples. These are just two clowns getting all like smoochy in some fun outfits. The clone lady says, "You don't want to get mixed up with me, Romeo. I cry on the inside and the outside," which is possibly the saddest line in Bongo history.
Here's of a clown. Your next pal, once again, he's managed to weasel his way in slash be confused, and he jumps into a car which is there's Krusty on it, and he gets in it. Of course, Krusty is in there. He says, "Quit breathing on me, kid." A Bongo Krusty for sure, and a giant ape like clown says, "Got room for one more." Oh, you never get used to the smell as the clown's arse is being pressed up against Krusty's face.
That's a phenomenal looking Krusty.
Brilliant. You never get used to the smell. It's a great line as well.
Yes.
Anyway, Homer's cutting back to throwing he's got Billy on tap. He's got some beer. Don't know what that means. And he's throwing peanuts at the elephant that says, "Hey, Dumbo, want a peanut? Catch." And it looks like the elephant is very unhappy. And he looks
It's a
at him.
very poorly done elephant. Like it's not in the Simpsons style, and they've already seen as they've mentioned Stampy. They know what the Simpsons elephants were designed like.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they are trying to get that like thin line. Maybe it is a very poor attempt at capturing it because he's got this very thin line around him that every other Bongo character's got like thick lines. And
Yeah. But one of his eyes has this it's like they just forgot to do the elephant basically.
It does look a bit like they didn't go over the lines, right?
Yeah, they started to go over it, and then the tea was ready or something, and they just forgot when they came back.
Stop that, Homer. I think you're making him mad. What animal is this again? That's literally a pig, right? Come on, Marge. It's a big dumb beast, isn't that right, Dumbo? You big stupid. And it grabs him round the face and starts shaking him all about.
Which has happened 3 times. It happened with Stampy, it happened at the wedding of Apu and Mandula, and it's happening here. I don't know what the time order is, but
yeah, exactly.
He is not a lesson learning man.
No. But anyway, some fun elephant shaking with a very, very poorly rendered elephant.
It also shakes all of his credit card information, like keys and stuff somewhere.
Indeed. Let's hope he gets them back.
And here is Troy McClure. Ladies and gentlemen of all ages and theatrical reviewers from the Hollywood Reporter, welcome to the Silent Partner and Wolfcastle and Krustofsky Circus. I'm Troy McClure. Perhaps you remember me from Barnum, the animated series, and Circus of the Washed-Up B-list celebrities. Please join me in welcoming everybody's favourite green-haired jokester, and it is Krusty the Clown. Troy is dressed as a ringmaster. Krusty the Clown and those crazy cut-ups of comedy in the clown car, and then cut to sort of inside the car, and all the clowns are pissed off. No, they're just chatting. So I was up for a part in Shakes Part 2, but they gave it to some other clown. You've got to get a new agent. Let me set you up with my guy, Barry Broke Bozo, Clarabelle, and Ronald McDonald.
Barry Broke Bozo, Clarabelle, and Ronald McDonald.
Given the commas, I think it is Barry Broke Bozo. Then what are you doing driving a clown car in the middle of Springfield? I'm trying out some new material. This is all unnecessary. And then Krusty yells at these irritating clowns. Shut your yaps.
Shakes the Clown? Are we familiar with that movie?
No, I'm unfamiliar with the movie Shakes the Clown.
1991.
Oh, no. Topical.
Starring Robin Williams, Adam Sandler, and Bobcat Goldthwait. Can you believe that? And SpongeBob Tom Kenny.
The whole shebang.
Trouble ensues when an alcoholic clown gets falsely incriminated for murdering his boss and must run away. I think I've seen this film. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. But anyway, I'll be watching it later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
I've seen the one where he takes all the photographs and sits in the room.
Oh, no, I think I've seen a different one where there's a clown who robs a bank and gets away. Anyway.
Joker 2.
Yeah.
Shut your yaps and park already, says clown. Main clown. Bart looking very roddy. This is the colour of Rod, sir, within the Simpsons show. All of the clowns that piling out of the car. Krusty is possibly last out of the car, second last. My lower lumbar is killing me. Remind me to trade the clown car for a Range Rover. Ha ha ha, feigns the crowd. And then Bart thwonks out of the car last to the laughter. Wow, they like me, they really like me, says delusional clown Bart on the floor.
On the floor. We have it's, I can't even tell what's going on here. I guess Bart, who now looks way more like Homer, and he's
Yes, and Rod.
skateboarding on his face while the crowd's going absolutely bazonkers. And another clown says, "Hey, a few laughs don't mean you're a clown. You got to master the classics. Nobody sweeps up the spotlight like me. Nobody." And there are a lot more old-fashioned pointed references in Bongo that just don't appear in the show, right? 'Cause I guess there's just not as
They're
many
aiming at a
references.
child audience.
Yeah.
You know how much they love references to movies from the 30s and 40s.
Haha, look at the funny midget, Marge. I wish I had some peanuts to throw at him. Do the funny thing, he quotes
funny.
David Lynch. And Bart in his clogs splits, goes upside down, looking very Morty, and bangs his face on the ground with a bonk. And
he says that Rick and Morty quote.
Shabba-dabba-dooba.
Wubba dubba. Wubba Wubba is the quote there.
Wubba-da-wubba-da.
So like Wubba.
Wubba-da-wubba-da-wubba-da.
And they're stunned to find out that this clown is their son. The skateboard bonks Homer on the head to bring it back round to children. Why, you little, says Homer, comically ready to choke his boy. Uh-oh, says Bart as the rod hair falls off. But he's still looking fairly humiliated in his mum's shoes and some sort of weird face beard. Homer then just jumps up, looking like Angry Dad from the cartoon that Bart made about him. And Bart is being chased by him. They are now being clapped by the audience, who presume this is part of the show.
The audiences are fooled so often into thinking it's part of the show, aren't they?
Yes, especially that guy. The yay guy has a very large bottom half of his face.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Huge.
Bart runs through the cage of a fully rendered lion. The unfully rendered elephant trips up Homer. Homer says dough. His head gets smashed through the bars, but his body does not. The lion sees him. Uh-oh, says Homer. Hi, kitty, kitty, nice pussy cat, says Homer to the lion, who is having none of it. The lion puts Homer's full head in his mouth. I could use a little help here, please. And this reminds me of that book.
Does he put his whole head in the mouth? How is that happening? How is the nose part on the inside of that bar, while Homer's head is on between the bars, and yet it is in his mouth?
It's all very, very tangible today. Very easy to tear down. Is just the lion is just in front of the cage, basically. So maybe Homer's head is just behind the lion, and we're being conned.
Connor, stay away from my lion. He's allergic to minoxidil. Is that some herb product? Guess it is.
Think so.
Anyway, Homer has a big dong on the side of his head, which I guess is lion slobber, and a beautiful Futurama-ish lion tamer runs out, and in a classic turn, the lion tamer is saying, "Are you okay, Pookie? Did the balding fat man frighten you?" And I don't know what's going on with the bars. He seems to have just ripped up the bars. Bart, you can run, but you can't hide. And then we got the human cannonball. Look at those teeth. It's brilliant.
That's great.
Doesn't this
Great
guy ever
design.
give up, says Bart. It's like he's never met his own father.
Oh yeah, please continue.
Homer gets into the cannon, and again he's shot out. Well, they usually shot the cannonball at him. Now he's being shot out. Both of them have been shot out. Can we talk about this as they're flying through the air? When I get my hands on you, oh look, in the classic comic book where they're flying through the air so long they can have a conversation.
Some good artwork on this page. I like that Homer and Bart flying upwards. The Homer looks genuinely quite menacing.
Yeah.
Quite shining Homer. That human cannonball is fantastic. There's just unnecessarily. I don't understand, basically.
No.
And that is fine.
None of it makes sense. Like, why would they even fire him as soon as they close the bottom of it?
Yeah, he's not even stood in front of the cannons.
Cannons don't work like that. But look at his mouth. Look at his mustache and his teeth.
Yeah, his teeth are insane. Yeah, just a lot of. It does feel like the last panel of this comic is Bart saying, "Oh, that was a crazy dream." Then that would also be fine. It would make sense.
Oh, look.
And here are the pole dancers that Bongo Bowler kept talking about. Sexy aerialists, says Homer. Whoa, mama, says Bart. Bart lands on the floor in safety. Homer lands in a bucket of elephant shit, I think. Oh no, just elephant shit removal tools. Elephant cleanup crew. The chase continues. Bart climbs upwards as opposed to just running out of the building. Homer continues to give chase. They are on a tightrope, going across the tightrope. Oh my lord, my husband and my special little guy, they could be killed, says Marge, which is very true.
Very true.
The boy must get the boy, says Homer. You know, technically I did get my chores done, says Bart, which is, again, very true.
And they didn't check, though. Homer never checked whether that was true. In fact, I'm not even quite sure why Homer's chasing him.
No, I don't know. It's just, he's not stopping to think about why he's angry.
Crazy, that guy, isn't he?
Get him. $50 says the fat guy falls. $100 says the wire snaps and they both get snuffed, says these three men betting on the death of a child. What kind of odds are you offering? asks Lisa. And Marge is shocked at this. Lisa, she says angrily. Lisa!
A question nobody should have asked.
Exactly. And yeah, everybody's just watching in excitement.
Hey, Homer, I hate to do this to you, but have you looked down recently? Oh no, Homer looks around. Not again. That's a great Homer. He's falling and he lands splash in the sea lion's little tub. And he survives because, you know, he got all the skills. And the seal licks his bald head. And they says, wow, listen to that. Are they actually applauding for us as they have been doing for the last 20 minutes? But they've only just realised.
Exactly. Maybe you could touch his bald head. As a Luciani quote. The gorilla. Yeah, it's fine. It's the same thing's happened on 4 pages in a row. He has been licked by an animal and fallen from a height. Troy now steps in. You bet they are, he says in response to something I've forgotten. And the audience love them.
That's right.
And enjoy it while it lasts. They'll turn on you when you least expect it. Ungrateful rats. 1 minute you're co-starring in a movie of the week with Anne Gillian, another one for the kids. And the next week you're taping an infomercial for Broom and a Half. And then he switches back into McClure mode. Wasn't that great, folks? And it's all part of the show. Now, as a special tribute to our brave performers, here come 2 of the owners of this great circus. Krusty the Clown and Rainier Wolfcastle, better known as McBain, setting up story B.
Anne Gillian, American actress, best known for her role as sultry waitress Cassie Cranston in the 1980s sitcom It's a Living.
Oh yeah, best. And it's before a time where you could even look these things up on the internet. So you just have to take it on face value that Anne Gillian is a popular woman.
That's right. Gillian Anderson would have been.
Exactly. Jamie Lee Curtis. They walk out. Krusty and Wolfcastle walk out to greet the crowd, even though Krusty's been there already for like an hour. We killed, says Bart in a non-literal way. I should have run away from home and joined the circus years ago. You don't have to thank us, says Homer to Krusty. Thank you, are you nuts, says Krusty very fairly. You trashed our circus. That's... Oh, it's Wolfcastle saying this. I wondered why it was saying. You trashed our circus. That's over $10,000 worth of damage. Quite vivacious. And I haven't lost that much money since the movie I made before this last one. Security, screams Krusty. Security should have been all over this before being summoned.
Yeah.
And security is Wiggum.
Bah.
The adult Wiggum, male. Say, fellas, the lunch tent's out of donuts, or Clancy. Arrest these 2 idiots, says a cool-looking Krusty. Da boy, you nincompoop, says Wolfcastle, as for some reason Wiggum arrests him and handcuffs Wolfcastle and Homer together for whatever reason. I haven't been handcuffed since that early days back in Austria, which is a bit much. It means what I think it means. You should have said no, kid, says Clancy. To the circus, says Bart, as a question. To everything, it's the only way to be sure, says Clancy. It's in a conversation I've completely lost track of the context of. I've been looking for you, says a shady set of eyes behind a curtain. Oh no, not him, not the silent partner, fear Krusty and Wolfcastle.
Who do you think it is?
Probably Sideshow Bob. It's
Sideshow
usually
Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob or Mr. Burns, but neither of those will be silent partner.
I feel like Bob would be to somehow kill this family as a big con. But we have done Bob maybe twice now in like 7 issues.
Mr. Burns.
Oh, you're right.
I didn't know.
Correct.
It was just a guess. Mr. Burns, I'm going to sue you both for every penny and pfennig you got, because he's German Austrian. Homer, what's going on? Oh, nothing. We were about to be arrested, and Mr. Burns is about to sue Krusty and McBain. What's wrong? Didn't you like the show? We made the dancing birds wear diapers. I see. I didn't even see the show. You poisoned me with those tainted hot dogs, I beg your pardon. Smithers, carry me to the hospital.
No footlongs.
Not bad, not bad. Come on, Burns. It was a bad dog. Okay, big deal. Give us a break. Please, I maybe shall get a whole lot of alimony soon. Back. Where's that damn lion tamer when I need him? Burns is bringing the big guns here at the end, right? Smithers,
Yeah.
take me away from all this death. That's brilliant. What is that line? That's from a movie, right? I have to look it up.
He looks
me,
great throughout this.
Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Burns. Is that your mother? Don't know, but why don't you try one of these antacid tablets? Don't be ridiculous. I'm deathly ill. Y'all never. And she flips the antacid tablet into his mouth. Whoops. Ugh.
He seems to be fine now. He says, minty Smithers. Oh no, he says, minty Smithers. And then Smithers responds, yes, sir. I'm
Dracula.
cured. It's a miracle. Pardon?
Taken away from all this death is Dracula, the 92 version, so which hadn't come out much long before. So it's yet
Excellent.
another reference to Burns as Dracula.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of readers of this comic were also avid fans of the movie Dracula. I'm cured, says Mr. Burns. It's a miracle. Find out who she is and give her a nice shiny quarter and forget the lawsuit. But get me out of here. The stench of middle America is in the air.
Great line. Great line.
It is a great line, but he lives around it. Lady, you saved our big yellow butts, says Krusty. Yeah, thank you. Say, what are you doing after the show? Says Wolfcastle to Marge. Well, I suppose I'll be bailing my husband and son out of jail, says casual Marge. And then Wolfcastle says, what do you say, Krusty? Should we give da blue-haired honey a break? Krusty says, sure. Most of that stuff was broken anyway. Wiggum, let 'em go. All nicely sorted.
All nicely sorted, yeah.
Maggie is happy with this. Lisa is happy with this, despite wanting to bet on their deaths 15 minutes earlier. Lock 'em up, let 'em go. This revolving door justice is wig, and he continues. Now, what the heck did I do with the keys to those handcuffs? I'm getting the lion's probably eaten them. Oh no, that was it. They were just home from the circus.
That's it, just home from the circus. I think it would have been pushing it to stretch this much further.
I think we could probably milk another 15 pages out of this.
Last page. I'm very upset with you, young man. I think you've been through enough for one day, so I'm not going to punish you, even though my neck has now merged into my chin. And we look up at R&T, and they're still on the roof all night, all day. Angels are watching over me, my lord. Guys, you can take 5 now, they say. Rod and Todd slip down. We're free. Whoops. Todd falls from the roof.
The irony.
Exactly, indeed. And Roddy just sits and watches a little bit perturbed. We actually, if it was a bit better, we'd have an image of them wearing masks, but it's too small to see. Anyway, we never find out if they're okay because we move on to that's it, Bart. You still haven't learned your lesson. I want you to weatherproof the fence. Come on, Mum, that stuff's toxic, and you're not getting any dinner till you're finished. Any chance of grabbing a late lunch? Get to work. Bart thinks he's not had enough of this scheming, and so he sets up a donut-related paint hammock concoction.
That's insane.
Tricks his father into the callback of the shiny donut. Keep up the good work, Homer. You almost got it this time. It's like the man said, there's a sucker born every minute, which is, I believe, a circus quote.
Beautiful. I like the tie into the donut. Having said that, this is our worst Bongo so far in terms of coming
Very
up with an
generic.
executing story. Yeah, there's nothing. This wouldn't have even passed on the show, and they can do whatever they want in a comic.
Yeah.
It also does not follow through on the cover art, which implies that the family join a circus act. Marge, Lisa, and Maggie get absolutely no fun in this whatsoever. It's just Homer and the boy, and they also do not have fun.
No.
It's just like they had a whiteboard, and one of the ideas says circus ?
Circus ? This is very much a circus ? episode, right? It's like one panel following the other, and just any way to somehow like scratch a story together using all of the characters they know and the most generic circus things. So all in all, very Bongo.
It was a series of things happened and then concluded.
Did it conclude with a silly ending?
I will say that trap that he is executed for Homer, surely must have taken much longer than painting a fence.
Well, that is always the irony in comics, isn't it? And all of these things that it's the Dick Dastardly approach, isn't it? That He's standing on a principle of not wanting to do it, and it doesn't matter how long it takes to trick his father into it. It's still worth
Yes,
it.
that is. It is still worth it.
And we go to the backup issue of McBain Comics. Guns don't kill people. I do. Big anti-gun issue. Do you think they had to put that on the cover?
It's very possible given the subject and or target audience being, yes, children.
Children, yes, children. What have we got here? How does it open?
Nicholson, I think.
I believe it is Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone, and yes, there's a Nicholson.
Oh, yeah, excellent. And Lurleen Lumpkin. This issue is called Dead to the Last Drop. Matt Groening presents Rainier Wolfcastle as McBain in Dead to the Last Drop, and it is in Morrison solo act. As evenings, this is narration with an Avengers style A. As evening descends on Capital City, a star-studded benefit is in fully swinging at McBean's, the hottest celebrity-owned coffee house in town, and it is a pro-gun lobby wheel-greasing fund. There's a lot of words stringed together in this issue.
Children love that.
Yes. Well, it's about time you guys showed up. As co-owners of this trendy tax dodge, I expect you to at least help with damingling. Unfix your ties. You two look like drunken howler monkeys, he says to Willis and Stallone.
So that's the Planet Hollywood kind of thing, but it's such a weak, it's like they're parodying things, but they're either afraid to parody them directly or they just don't want to put the effort in. So they're like the weakest kind of like just whatever that'll do. Like that Mary J. Blige's dance routine.
Exactly.
Did you see it?
I don't know. No.
She started doing a residency at Vegas, and there's a clip of her doing the dance routine, and people were suggesting that maybe she wasn't putting the full effort in to her dance routine.
Given at least 60%.
There's a lot of stumbling in that dance routine.
Yes. Maybe that's all part of the routine.
Yes,
But yeah, it's
indeed.
weak. I don't think I would have seen that. I can see Stallone definitely, but I don't think I would have realized. I see where you're coming from, but I don't think I would have been able to tell that's Bruce Willis.
Indeed.
A parody of such.
But it's also that they're not necessarily pro-gun, are they? I don't think. Certainly not Willis, is he?
Maybe it's just because of the action star situation.
Yeah,
That would make sense in terms of the present movies they were creating.
I guess so. Anyway, we get a Poison Ivy style green dress temptress come up. And hello, McBain. I mean, Rainier. I haven't seen you since we wrapped our last film, Viet Mom. Wow, that is some dress you're almost wearing. Do a favor for me. If you see my wife Maria, please get out. After that scene where you cooked my dinner wearing only armor belts, I'm not allowed to be within 500 yards of you. So tell me, what is this fundraiser about? The grey image of Wolfcastle just pointing to a table full of guns. I'm not too sure, but the gun people said if I could keep this cool centerpiece if I let them have their party here. The guns are here just like the little Nicky said they would be. He paid the ultimate price to get us his information. Little Nicky got killed, this fat Tony and his cohorts. Worse, he had to sit through an NRA meeting and at the end, no free donuts. Murder, says Louis.
Yes.
Oh boy, once we unload these bang bangs onto the street, we'll be rolling in the deep. Oh, boss, I'm feeling sort of obtrusive here. Are you sure nobody will notice us? This is somebody dressed up as one of his gangsters dressed up as a lady?
Yeah, but just a generic one that looks like Skinner.
Relax, Dominic is taking care of the guests as we speak. Hey, you guys, have you tried the amaretto latte? It's to die for.
And he falls. You idiot. Don't drink that. Dominic spiked the espresso with knockout drops, which I'm assuming is a nice way of saying poison. IE says man as he falls to the ground with a plop, and his coffee is in the air but not spilled.
Not yet.
Yeah. Krusty is now talking to Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, by the looks of it.
So one of the clowns got the whole thing with the fat bald guy and his son on tape. Oh, it's a continuation of the first story, which I like a lot when they do things like this. I sent it to America's most cruel and embarrassing home videos and bagged the grand award. $20,000 irk, says Krusty as he swoops face first into the pie of a passerby who is offering pie.
I offer.
Splotch. Woody Allen is horrified.
Archie Zumpf.
Yes, it's what?
Archie Zumpf.
It is Zumpfish. I like those glasses though. I like that you don't get any detail in the eyes.
No, it's good, right? I also like the hair of that guy, but he's bald in the next picture.
And quite Slag Brothers-esque. You know the guy who produces Troy McClaws here now again. which is lovely. The whole trio of investors from the circus are at this party.
Yes.
You know the guy who produces that duck show on TV lives in my building. I could arrange a screen test for you, says McClure as he is smoozing on a woman. Tee-hee, says the woman. Why don't you come up to my place and we'll rehearse it, says McClure. On second thought, I think I'll take a nap, he says as he immediately falls asleep, hand on the wall, and she looks confused but not annoyed.
But she hasn't drunk the coffee yet, maybe. I don't know, because he's been hassling her so much, David Hasselhoff. What's going on here? My party guests are dropping like Clinton's approval rating, says Wolfcastle. How do I do, boss? It's top notch, said Fat Tony. Your doctored up espresso is beginning to take effect. Now we can waltz out TV with these guns and nobody will be able to stop us. There's a somewhat convoluted story, isn't it? That Wolfcastle's guns are about to be stolen. Say, boss,
Yes.
What about that guy? Hey, what gives? With the drugs in that fancy coffee, you should have laid out with the rest of your latte-sipping Hollywood buddies. Well, that's the news flash. You trump, I'm crisp and clean with no caffeine. Never had it, never will. What, not even decaf? Or in that case, we'll just have to shoot you.
They could have done anyway. Or they could have done this after the party when he just owned the guns. Yeah, he looks sad though. He looks sad and scared.
Many options, right?
There's a couple of things happening here that I do like a lot, including I don't think Krusty and Troy McClure ever interacted, from what I can remember, but they seem to be fairly showbiz pally.
Showbiz pals, right?
And Wolfcastle and Fat Tony, it seems like a completely natural pairing that I don't think have ever had any interactions on screen.
Yeah, nice. I mean, both of these stories have taken the opportunity to slam your body down and wind it all around as many times as you can, right?
Yeah, I also thought it was going to be a McBain story, and it's not. It's just about Wolfcastle within the actual
the world. The second one in a row, right?
Yeah, we've also covered Radioactive Man, which is Wolfcastle-esque, but not. Radioactive Man isn't Wolfcastle except for in the movie, so it gets a bit confusing.
Yeah.
What is going on? Oh yeah, we just read that. Another wonders for child satire, the Clinton approval rating. Yes. Come to think of it, I am starting to feel a little drowsy, reconsiders Wolfcastle. Yeah, well, bye-bye now, and he just very sensibly runs away, as he has 6 guns pointed at him. You want I should go after him, boss, says Louis. Nah, let the big sissy movie star go, says 90s Tony. Let us retrieve what we came for. And Wolfcastle hides in his office. I'll just hide here in that office until day go away. But wait, all these cool automatic assault weapons, they'll be in the hands of dangerous criminals instead of in dab room closets and under the pillows of decent citizens.
Face forward, Wolfcastle.
Yeah, he's got a great face shape as well that lends itself to face forward.
Have you done a face forward before?
Yeah, I believe I covered everybody, but I don't actually remember doing it. I've got to do something, but what? I'm not an action hero, I'm just a perfectly pumped film actor. That box of junk from one of my movies. I was going to hang that junk on da coffee house walls, but I've got a better use for it, says Wolfcastle. He sees a box of guns that have been, the colour is changed, and we're back to this blue meaning dark thing, which is one of my favourite Bongo instances. And this use of yellow to imply it's like you can almost hear like the angels singing.
Yeah, it could have been a Pulp Fiction style thing if it was in a briefcase, but it's not so.
It is not.
Meanwhile, the gangsters are bagging up the guns. That's the last gun, boss. Superb, let's get out of here. Just a minute, boys. I think you've all looked at a few. Heavens to Murgatroyd, they say as they turn around. And he's just absolutely blasting, having a wonderful time. Wish you were dead.
Good grief.
Good grief.
Killed all of them.
It's like the bullets literally went straight through their heads.
Yeah, he shot 4 people in the head, one of them being Fat Tony, one of the major characters of the show, and legs right in the front of the head. There's no coming back from that.
There's no coming back, right? It's a great image.
Oh, it's fantastic. Again, the colouring of this. Some great colouring going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is that the cover?
I don't think so.
No.
I assume they were told at the very least you can't have like 6 bullet headshots on the front cover of this comic that'll be sat right next to like Peppa Pig Monthly.
Mindy and Monkey.
And then Louis gets it the worst for some reason. Louis gets his own little panel of being like absolutely railed by bullets. And Wolfcastle just fires until he is out of bullets. Darn, out of bullets, he says. That first Wolfcastle face is very good as well.
Oh yeah.
Like the complete fury of him. I guess I should be thankful that my director insisted on using live ammo in these guns for added realism. I thought it was going to be like that. That's the opposite of what I thought it was going to be, which was like,
Yeah, exactly right.
I thought, oh well, thank gosh they were caps. Oh yeah, I sort of vaguely know where this is going,
All right.
based on some future issues, I think. Oh, nothing. Oh yeah, what's going on, Rainier? Says Krusty, covered in something and
What's
awake.
actually shooting, lads?
Exactly. Oh, nothing. Some guys tried to take Das Centerpiece, so I killed them. What guys? A horrified Wolfcastle says, those dead guys on the floor. What da? And as he looks down, the fat Tony corpse is empty of a skeleton and is just goo. It's quite horrifying, really, when you look at it.
Indeed.
Something tells me those guys weren't human, says Krusty, and then something tells me they'll be back, which I imagine was what the whole concept of this issue was based around. The end question mark?
The end question mark. So what is it that what do you know about this?
I think if I remember correctly, it might go on for a few side issues. We've looked at it actually because it's very Ned and Maud heavy.
Right.
When he's like they're in the woods and he gets really angry with them.
Who does he get angry with?
Ned gets angry with the family and then goes missing.
So they're setting the seeds for an ongoing sort of
Yeah.
invasion of the body snatchers does it run through the main comic as well, or is it all in the second story?
That's what I don't know, and I feel like I don't want to check because I'd like the surprises. I just remember that sort of flesh suit of Tony and Kang and Kodos basically are involved somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same. So I feel like this is going to run for like 3 or 4 background issues, maybe, because I know that's not the next issue. I feel like that's like issue 12 or something like that.
Right.
So either that or they just don't come back to it until then. But yeah. So this is our first setup for an ongoing story, as opposed to like we've had, to be continued sort of, the superhero thing, etc.
Yeah. Did they do a lot of that stuff, or is it? Because it was a very clever way to do it, because you would not have suspected that it was the beginning of a serial, right?
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be some McBain shite, but it ended up being much, much better than the actual comic story. I don't know. All I know about Bongo is what I remember from childhood, which is just sort of a flash of images or anything we've looked at in the Mordcast. So I'm just sort of piecing ideas together. But I didn't know that they'd done this. Yeah, these I'll have read some of these like once 30 years ago, maybe.
Right.
25 years ago. So who knows? But I do feel like that's what this is connected to, because I remember that sort of weird flesh suit coming back into style.
Yeah, no, I guess it's a very cool way to set up a story, and I'm hoping that we get to revisit it soon.
Indeed. I know it's definitely not the next issue, because the next issue is, I remember seeing the cover and it's got something to do with the cat. It's something to do with Snowball too.
Very nice. Well, that concludes Bongo Butler. You're gonna come back and take the comic and put it away. Ah, yes. There we are, gentlemen. A circus story, a McBain story, a surprisingly large number of suspiciously well-balanced women. What did you think? I like the circus.
I liked McBain calling them drunken howler monkeys.
Excellent. And the pole dancing women?
They weren't in it.
Well, not physically, no, but emotionally.
What does that even mean?
They appeared on my screen more often than McBain, if you know what I mean. One gets invested. Fair enough. Thank you, Sir King Brendan. Issue 7 is hereby archived, though I still hope those women achieved whatever it was they were attempting. Wink, wink. They seemed very dedicated. Now I must go. Goodbye. Thank you, Bongo Butler.
Bye, Bongo Butler.
Yeah.
Before we start this, I'm just going to go for a wee.
Okie dokie.
Sir King Brendan, Nathan too, I've got a tale to tell to you. A circus rolled through Springfield town and instantly good sense broke down. Bart ignored his chores at home, preferred the big top's painted dome, while Rod and Todd with noble grace kept civilization in its place. Oh, the greatest show on earth, the Springfield Circus full of mirth. Clowns and freaks and acrobats, elephants and wolf-like cats. The seal licked somebody on the head, I can't recall what Krusty said, while Rod and Todd repaired the roof, providing daily living was a boy with jet black hair, a half-dog fellow somewhere there, a hot-head woman full of steam who looked escaped from someone's dream. The crowd all cheered, the band played on, the laws of nature mostly gone, and Homer wandered through the show with not the faintest clue, you know. Oh, the greatest show on earth, the Springfield Circus full of mirth, clowns and freaks and acrobats, elephants and wolf-like cats. The seal licked somebody on the head, I can't recall what Krusty said, while Rod and Todd repaired the roof, providing daily living proof. Then Wolfcastle arrived somehow, don't ask me why or tell me how. He strode about in action mode as if he'd wandered from another road. And Burns appeared with narrowed eyes, concocting profit-making schemes and lies. Given half a chance, that ancient shark would charge admission to the dark. The circus spun, the clowns all fell.
Funny.
Beautiful. The beautiful summary of the story we just read.